Here, आप उधर बैठिए। पंद्रह। One second. You want to leave from me? No. Okay, I will leave it.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I welcome you all of you on the occasion of retirement of Dr. D N Sharma from company services. And on this occasion, I request Shri K Sharma, GM Exploration, to come on the dais and occupy the chair. I request him to be the president of today's function. Mr. Venkateswarlu, foreman, will present the bouquet. Now I request Dr. D N Sharma, our chief guest, to come on to dais and occupy the chair. Mr. Govinda will present the bouquet. Now I request our president to conduct the proceedings. Thank you very much.
Start आइएगा आप कौन सा?
Okay, then I request Mr. Murthy to say a few words on this occasion.
Good evening, respected president of this function, GM Exploration, KG M. Today's chief guest of this function, Dr. D N Sharma, my colleagues, staff members of Exploration Division, Mr. Sharma Garu, his family members who visited from Vietnam. I welcome you all of this function. Also, thanks to General Manager for giving this opportunity. Since my association with Dr. Sharma, since almost 86, 87, because till up to when I was in Kottagudam and further I was in Bellampalli, very less interaction. But before coming to Kottagudam, I was in Ramgundam. That time we had a very good association. One thing we have to talk about Dr. D N Sharma, he plans very meticulously. Things is even for small works, he immediately planned himself by writing so many points for each and everything. మేము జనరల్గా చెప్పుకునేవాళ్ళు డిఎన్ శర్మ గారికి పని పెట్టారా మన అన్నకు పని వచ్చినట్టు చెప్పేవాళ్ళు. ఎంత ఆయన ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటారా ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. ఈ విల్ నాట్ లీవ్ యూ. ఈ విల్ గో టు జిఎం ఎక్స్ప్లోరేషన్, సార్ దీస్ వర్క్స్ ఇన్వాల్వ్స్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ మచ్, దీస్ ఆఫీసర్ హ్యావ్ టు ఇన్వాల్వ్. సో నాట్ ఓన్లీ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ ఇన్వాల్వ్, he sees that work has to be completed. Now what are the initiations has to take place by the department, he takes care of it. That is the main important thing. And after Mr. Devapradap left the company, many of the junior officers may not be knowing. The importance of geotechnical affairs have come into picture only. Dr. D N Sharma entered into the line somewhere around 1992, I well remember, because myself and Dr. Sharma together transferred to this place from Ramgundam. Before that, he was associated mainly for drainage of this Vakilpalli and GDK 9 incline, because there was one tunnel which was connected that time from 3 seam of GDK 9 incline to Vakilpalli 1 seam. That time they faced a lot of problems in the underground mine. Mr. Sharma, at the time Mr. K.S. Reddy was the general manager. You know Mr. K.S. Reddy means he was a taskmaster that time. So he used to associate each and pinch of the work of the involvement. So with all these things he earned very thing, and also he was able to give some training to other people. He is the man who plays the company service in many aspects. He visited number of the labs, he visited a foreign country, not only by company, he himself spent many amount. Yesterday he placed it in the Facebook, quite surprised. We all learned geology, or we joined in geology by virtue of that, by default, because myself I wanted to join chemistry, I was forced to take a chemistry, geology man. Most of you know one, I think, but he selected himself geology. When he was in 5 years old, he visited to Bisrampur mine. When he was 10 years old, studying 5th standard. Yesterday I have seen in the Facebook. This much commitment towards geology is very rare. That's the opportunity the company. So for giving a few time for me to explain some more others to one talk. So thanks for this opportunity given to me. In this occasion, I pray Almighty for the bestowed and happy, peaceful, retired life to Mr. Sharma and his family members. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Respected General Manager Sri K Sharma and my colleague and my classmate Dr D N Sharma and today superannuation candidate. Idram kalsi MSc Andhra Institute lo 78 or MSc Tech then MSc Pure but 3 years course na 2 years course నేను 1980 లో బయటకు వచ్చాను 81 లో బయటకు వచ్చాడు బట్ ఈజ్ ఏ డే స్కాలర్ వీఆర్ పాస్టర్స్. మేము హాస్టల్లో మామూలుగా పొద్దున్న లేచి సాయంత్రం బీచ్కి వెళ్ళడం సినిమాకి వెళ్ళడం వాడు శుభ్రంగా రూమ్లో ఉండి చదువుకునేవాడు. తెల్లారి మేము క్లాస్కి వెళ్ళకముందే మా దగ్గరికి వచ్చేవాడు. అంటే రాత్రంతా ఏం చదువుకున్నారా ఏం చదువుకున్నామే సినిమాకి వెళ్ళేవాళ్ళం. వాడు శుభ్రంగా చదువుకొని అంటే ఈజ్ అప్పటి నుంచి కూడా స్టడీస్ మీద అంత ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉండి లైబ్రరీకి వెళ్ళి శుభ్రంగా చదువుకొని డే స్కాలర్ వాళ్ళ సిస్టర్స్తో పాటే ఉండేవాడు. వైజాగ్లో చిన్నవాళ్ళలో ఉండి కూడా మంచిగా ఏం అటు ఇటు వెళ్ళకుండా బజార్కి కానీ జగదాంబ సెంటర్ కానీ బీచ్కి కానీ సినిమాకి కానీ ఏం వెళ్ళేవాడు కాదు. మేము గాలి తిరిగేవాళ్ళం. శుభ్రంగా మంచిగా చదువుకొని పొద్దుటే మేము క్లాస్కి వెళ్ళకముందే మా హాస్టల్కి వచ్చేవాడు. అంటే రాత్రంతా ఏం చేశారా అని ఒకవేళ చదువుకొని ఇదే జగదాంబ సెంటర్కి అడిగితే వెళ్ళాం సినిమాకి వెళ్ళాం అని చెప్పేవాడు. అంటే అప్పటి నుంచి కూడా వాడికి చదువు మీద అంత ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంది. ఆ ఇంట్రెస్టే వాడిని డాక్టరేట్ తీసుకునేటట్టుగా చేసింది. సింగరేణిలో జాయిన్ అయిన తర్వాత కూడా చదువు మీద శ్రద్ధ తగ్గకుండా పిహెచ్డీ చేసి డాక్టరేట్ సంపాదించి ఒక స్పెషలైజ్డ్ బ్రాంచ్కి ఇన్ఛార్జిగా గత 32 సంవత్సరాల్లో ఆల్మోస్ట్ జాయిన్ అయిన కానీ జియో ఇంజనీరింగ్ మీదే పట్టు సాధించి దాని మీద పిహెచ్డీ చేసి ఈరోజు రిటైర్ అవుతున్నాడు. మా క్లాస్మేట్స్ 1 by 1 రిటైర్ అవుతున్నారు. ఒకటి శుభ్రాజ్ రిటైర్ అయ్యాడు. నెక్స్ట్ వీడు ఈరోజు ఇంకొక 5 నెలల్లో 1 more colleague మిస్టర్ లక్ష్మణమూర్తి సారీ 5 months కాదు 7 months. మేమందరం కూడా ఆంధ్ర యూనివర్సిటీలో కలిసి చదువుకున్న వాళ్ళమే. ఇక మిగిలింది నేను సీతారామారావు మేమిద్దరమే మిగిలాం. ఆంధ్ర యూనివర్సిటీ క్లాస్మేట్స్లో అందరూ రిటైర్ అయిపోయారు. ఇంక ముగ్గురు లక్ష్మణమూర్తితో కలుపుతారు. ముగ్గురులో 6 లక్షమూర్తి రిటైర్ అయిపోతే మిగిలిన మేమిద్దరం కూడా 18లో నేను మే వాడు జూన్. ఇది నాకు డిఎన్ శర్మకి ఉన్న అభినవ సంబంధం. వాటి రిటైర్మెంట్ లైఫ్ పీస్ఫుల్గా జరగాలని దేవుని ప్రార్థిస్తూ నాకు ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన మీ అందరికీ థ్యాంక్స్.
Any other speaker?
Dr. D N Sharma is synonymous to geotechnical studies in Singareni, if not Singareni, in India also, because the recently released compendium source, the quantum of the work he has done. So I don't think any other course fields in India might have produced so many number of geotechnical reports, publications or papers as done by Dr. D N Sharma. And sir, you are retiring at a juncture when we need your studies very much, because with the depletion of the shallow resources, there is a need to go for deeper mines, and it is inevitable for us to go for exploitation of the deeper deposits. So deeper deposits, whether it is by machine mining, deep machine mining, or a deep and open cast, needs very precise geotechnical assessment, because the deep and mine roofs or the high walls of a deep open cast needs to behave as needed by the mining fraternity till the end of complete extraction of the result. So in that way, though we have a lacuna, but your compendium as well as the database you have provided us in the form of SIDACs will help us in this regard. And while going through most of your reports or papers, I have seen quite a good number of field photographs, sir. I think photography is your passion, and you have made judiciously amalgamated this passion as well as the profession, and given a quite good number of pictures which I often wonder, are they from my coal field, like that? Because cut and fill structures, so previous place, which generally we commonplace in the net or international paper. So I think you have the strong opinion that any geotechnical assessment should be based upon a strong geological framework. That could be the reason why you are so keen in presenting the geological conditions in the form of photographs. Thank you, sir, and thank you all for giving me the
Good years.
Respected GM sir, today's chief guest our Dr. D N Sharma sir, and senior colleagues, ladies, good evening man. సార్తో నాకు అసోసియేషన్ కొత్తగూడెంలో తక్కువైనప్పటికీ కాంపౌండ్ డివిజన్లో ఆల్మోస్ట్ 5-6 years కలిసి చేశాము. సో జియోటెక్నికల్ వింగ్కి సార్ కంట్రిబ్యూషన్స్ ఏంటి అనేది త్రూఅవుట్ ద సింగరేణి, త్రూఅవుట్ ద ఇండియా అందరికీ తెలిసిందే. బిసైడ్స్ దట్ ఆ హెడర్లో, జియోటెక్నికల్ హెడర్లో సార్ దగ్గర ఎన్నో విషయాలు నేర్చుకున్నాము. బిసైడ్స్ దట్ జియాలజికల్గా కూడా రాష్ట్రంలో బ్లాక్ 2011-12లో చేస్తున్నప్పుడు సార్ మాకు టీమ్ లీడర్గా ఉంటాడు రాష్ట్రంలో బ్లాక్ జిఆర్ చేయడానికి. సో అప్పుడు ఆ జిఆర్ ఏ జోన్గా మాకు ఫస్ట్ జిఆర్ ఇంత కాంప్లికేటెడ్ లాగానే కూడా సార్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి డిస్కస్ చేస్తూ నేర్చుకున్న వాళ్ళ విషయస్, క్రాస్ సెక్షన్స్ ఎలా వర్కౌట్ చేయాలి, స్ట్రక్చర్ ఎలా ఇంప్రూవ్ చేయాలి, ఇవన్నీ సార్తో నేర్చుకున్నాం. సో అది మాకు చాలా హెల్ప్ఫుల్ అయింది. సబ్సిక్వెంట్గా మళ్ళీ దాకా జిఆర్ చేసేటప్పుడు కానీ, ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ జిఆర్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు కానీ సార్తో షేర్ చేసుకున్న ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ మాకు చాలా ఉపయోగపడ్డాయి. సో జియోటెక్నికల్గా సార్ ఏంటో అందరికీ తెలుసు, జియాలజికల్గా దాంతో పాటు జియాలజికల్గా కూడా చాలా విషయాలు నేను సార్ దగ్గర నేర్చుకోవడం జరిగింది. బిజీ షెడ్యూల్ సార్కి ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా ఎంతో ఓపికగా మాకు నేర్పించేవారు. సో ఫర్ దిస్ సార్తో నేర్చుకోవడానికి వెరీ మచ్ థ్యాంక్ఫుల్ యూ సార్. సార్ పోస్ట్ రిటైర్ లైఫ్ అంతా కూడా హ్యాపీగా సార్ డిజైర్స్ అన్ని ఫుల్ఫిల్ అయ్యేట్టుగా సాగాలని సార్కి, సార్ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్ అందరికీ కూడా అమరావతి రావు గారు ఇచ్చినందుకు, ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను.
Good evening, gentlemen, and the family members of Dr. D N Sharma. So today, one more page has been turned over as far as our 1982 batch is concerned. It's going to the history now, but it will not be. Let us not call it a history in the actual sense. It will be just a shifting from one place to another place, because a man who is associated for such a long period with a particular institute or with a particular branch cannot keep himself away for a longer duration. In one way or the other, he will be in touch with us. And as far as his knowledge of the subject, knowledge of the working conditions of the scenery, mines and all this is concerned, it is not to call it all everyone present over here, not only in the department, but besides within the company, and I should say, as other speakers have already said in the national forum also. And what appreciating that being a very small company, he could bring the name as far as geoengineering part is concerned at the national level, where everybody, wherever any seminars or there or any other this thing was being conducted, will always sought after bigger. Having said that, as far as my association with Dr. D N Sharma is concerned, I knew right from the days of his training period because we were staying opposite to each other. So from there, then I shifted to Ramaguram and he later on joined me over there. And then, as someone said, that he had a hard taskmaster for himself as well as for the others also, that he will not leave if one job is given. I do remember very well, particularly when KGM was being inaugurated first time by our late President Rama, then Dr. D N Sharma was there with me in Rupal. So early morning at 4 o'clock he'll come to me. I'll be sleeping around 12:30 because of the work schedule and all that, but morning 4 o'clock he'll come and ask me, I have to get the vehicle, give me the vehicle. And there used to be such a tight solution, tight situation, that arranging the vehicle was a big headache, because those days you know pretty well, the number of vehicles were very limited and all that, and that too the company vehicles being maintained or not being maintained in a proper shape and all. Even then, he will take his task with all seriousness. Not only that, even in coming to the subject matters, he will go to the depth of the things which is assigned to him and see to it that comes to a logical conclusion. And the opposite party, whoever has given him the job or whatever the job is assigned to him, is satisfied to the extent possible. Recently, he was also instrumental along with our project director PNP in getting on the city project which is in running now. And let us hope that we will be able to complete in next 2.5 years period time, and we will be in touch with this on this subject with Dr. D N Sharma also. So with these few words, I am not in much time because he has some other assignments also in the evening hours. So I wish him and his family members and those who are present here all the way coming from Vietnam to grace this occasion, all the best in the future. Thank you very much. Now, felicitations.
Whatever you like, we accept whatever your conditions. So accordingly, we have not, normally our practice is we have to take on garlands to the chief guest, but today we are slightly deviated. It is as per the taste of it. So I request our beloved General Manager to kindly present the shawl to Dr. D N Sharma. Manavi, with a shawl. అందుకే అక్కడ ముందు ఉండా అందరు కనపడతారు కదా. As a token of remembrance from our department, a small ring is presented to Dr. D N Sharma. I request our beloved General Manager to kindly wear this ring to Dr. D N Sharma.
It is a immense pleasure for all of us that at least we will remember whatever he sees this. It is the turn of our Chief Guest Dr. D N Sharma to share his experience with all of us.
You are comfortable, కూర్చొని మాట్లాడి
I'll be more comfortable at this time. Respected GM exploration, Sri KG Sharma, my colleagues, and the staff members who are present here. And thank you all, first of all, for arranging this farewell for my departure exit from the department. So I requested GM exploration to give me 10 to 15 minutes. I want to sum up within 10 minutes only as much as possible. If I go beyond that 10 minutes, Gurumurthy can caution me, like any seminar or anything. Usually, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they ring a bell, like that. If I go beyond 10 minutes, you can caution me, I will stop it. So, the seminar, why I am saying is, time is important. Time is very precious. I don't want to waste your valuable time. I don't want to take much of your time. So, what I want to start is, in my farewell this thing, somehow, my friends there, including KG Sharma, Satya Prasad, and others there, talked about my association with them. I say that my association with gold, at the age of almost say 10 years, when I was in 5th class, I have seen the dragline. All these things already I have given furnished in my Facebook, LinkedIn, and all these things, emails also. Some of you may not be able to access to these things, so but a simple thing I am telling. So since that time, somehow I like gold. So as I mentioned, even the geology in a degree, when we were entering into the degree, our lecturers were inquiring why you have taken the geology. Some people were telling because they could not get a seat in mathematics or biology or anything like that. But I said, yeah, no, I am not like others. I have chosen geology because one gentleman, Mr. TV Lakshmanan, Divn CNMD of WCL, was my father's best friend. He was suggesting me to take geology. So I have taken geology, BSc, and subsequently he suggested me to go to ISM Dhanbad for doing my MTech. But unfortunately, I was not having a mathematics in my, either in the intermediate or in the degree. So I was not qualified for the MSc Tech, MTech, Applied Geology in ISM in those days. So, but still, I was having that interest to enter into the ISM at any cost. So like that, finally for PhD, I went to ISM. So, after joining my BSc Geology, out of my own personal interest, I visited the coal mines. Those days we were not having any compulsion, it was not a part of curriculum. Still, I did my dissertation on coal mines, something like that, I submitted. And after MSc, you know where all university students are coming to the Singareni for training. Like that, what happened during our final year, MSc Tech, 80-81, in our university, there was a practice of taking the lottery. Our colleague, Mr. Lakshmanamurthy, is also there. So, we know in Applied Geology in Andhra University how they used to take the lottery. As per the lottery, we have to go for the industry. So, in my lottery, I got a polar goldfields. And Sitaramaro, he got a Singareni college. Because my brother, D. Vijay Bhaskar, he is now president of Steels, what is that say? Quatron Steels in Vietnam. He is the president of Quatron Steel. Earlier he was a Singarenian. As Pasa Sahib said, once a Singarenian is always a Singarenian. So I proudly say that he was a Singarenian. So in the Mokshavanam Visvesvaraya statue that we are seeing every year on the Singareni, this Engineers Day, we celebrate there. That was brain and engineer was my brother. When he was in Central Workshop in Kottagudem, he designed, he associated, he was the team leader of that statue, Mokshavanam Visvesvaraya statue. So my brother and my sister, Dr. Sharma, they encouraged me to join the Singareni. So for that I came for a training program. I wanted to come to Singareni for a training program. I was requesting Sitaramaro to give me that Singareni. And I want to give my polar goldfish. Actually, polar goldfish is a very important mine because almost 2 kilometers depth we have to go. Those days we were giving a party. If somebody they want to give away the polar goldfields, we have to give them a party. But still, with a mutual understanding, myself and Sitaramaro, we exchanged. And he has given me Singareni and he went to polar goldfields. So that's how again I came to the gold mines during my MSc dissertation program. So after joining the Singareni, the story started now. I applied for the geologist trainee post. So I was roaming around as a head office when these people will announce for the geologist training. They announce for the appointment of a geologist trainee. And when I was coming by walk from my house to the head office, 3 people, they were going for a lunch. I do remember that. They picked up one scale from the near the St. Mary's School. They picked up the scale and they were discussing about the scale and something. And I don't know who are those people. When I inquired, I came to know that they are geologists in the Singareni. I was so fond of those people. I want to introduce myself to those people. I want to discuss with them about the geology of the Singareni. So one fine day I received my appointment order. I joined in the Singareni. Then when I go to those people, they are, one is Singularity, another is Mr. KG Sharma and Mr. Sharma. So like that, my association, though he doesn't know about my seeing, observing him, I know who is KG Sharma, where from he came, and he was a geologist like that. So he was also, as a bachelor, staying near our quarter only. So that's how my attachment and my journey in the Singareni started. So I thank the Singareni company for giving me this life to serve the company to the best of my ability. Now, next part is, I told you about Mr. KG Sharma, Sanjeev Reddy and Sharif. Now coming to another issue is, after my joining in the department, all the geologists were sent to Gujarat training. Then I requested Venkapaya sir, I am very much interested in the field work, field mapping and everything. Why you are not considering me? Then he got annoyed. He said, you don't tell me. I know where to send you. Don't ask me, you don't have any choice or anything. I kept quiet. I went to my seat. The next day, myself and Mr. Ghulam Azdani, we received a letter stating that we are transferred to R&D department. So, there again myself and Azdani, we started working together. Azdani, after reporting to those days, Additional Chief Mining Engineer, ACME, R.J. Dotesar. So he asked, you young geologist, you don't have any work in the department in this. In fact, as a matter of fact, And only just like that I requested the manager, you are provided to the R&D. You do one thing, you read all these books. When library is available, you go through all the books and tell me what is the usefulness in these books. Then we both were, we don't have any work except going through the books, those books, journals and everything. USPM, United States Bureau of Mines, those days, is now UOSH, National Institute of Operational Safety and Health, US. It was there, though many books were available. So we were discussing. Really, in this occasion, I thank Mr. Ghulam Asdani. He is the person who is responsible for selecting me that subject, particular subject of geological factors of roof walls and gold mines. He has shown this one journal. He told me, Sharma, is it not interesting? And after seeing that journal, I found that it is very much interesting. The geological causes of the roof walls, that is in 83, 84. So then immediately I fixed up my mind, I decided, so let me go through this, this subject for my PhD. So unfortunately, we both visited several mines, several underground. Those days we were not having any underground elements or anything, no counting the days, even week in a week, 4 days, 5 days, we used to go like that. So I thank Mr. Ghulam Asdani in this connection. Then one is, I thank Sri R.G. Dokesar and Yannam Raju. He was the Deputy Director of CSMRS. He helped me. He was a student of Andhra University Applied Geology. He was my senior. He was classmate of Dr. D N Sharma, maybe 1 year senior or something like that. He did his PhD in root bolting in ISM. And he is a renowned mining geologist. In fact, the Paul Committee report, so-called Paul Committee report, this SSR and all these things were brought because of this N.M. Raju only. So, I thank R.G. Dokesar and Dr. N.M. Raju. Now, going to the K.V. Rao sir, earlier senior K.V. Rao, he was when I approached him, he said, why don't you take up the research on VK7? Because there is a very peculiar, even I used to tell my friends, Sri-in-laws and other friends, there is a very peculiar situation that only the faults occur only in one particular direction, not in the other direction. So K.V. Rao, he asked me to find the reasons. So on that subject, I did my PhD, I got my PhD, and that is the first step we put in the stress directions. The principal stress orientation law in those days, in my PhD thesis, it is clearly mentioned that how the stress direction plays a vital role in the stability point of view. And this was, I suggested in my thesis that if we change the orientation of the first longboard panel in VK7 was GTK 11, panel number 11, first panel was panel 11. So then I suggested to reorient it to the depressed panel, depressed direction. So B. Veera Reddy, our present project officer for Triala, was there in charge for the long wall. He reoriented the panel and got the results, and they published the paper also. So this is how all these people, around all these people, they helped me to build my career today as a geotechnical man. So with the help of all the experts, I could get all these things. So finally, I say that thanks to Sri Venkatappa garu, Dr. V.V. Ramanamurthy garu, Sri O.S. Murthy garu, M. Basavacharya garu, Y.S. Babu Rao, Dr. Naidu, Joshua Jaidev, and finally I say thanks to Mr. K.K. Sharma, my friend and GM Exploration, for giving me ample of freedom to do whatever way I want. They never stopped me. Don't go like that, don't do like this, like that. So I was given freedom. I did a lot of work. They encouraged, every time they encouraged in taking several works. Then I am thankful to the management, SCCL management, for sending me to China with this so much of experience. Management selected me to send me to the China for the longwall mining. So even today also we see that DGMS is asking for several geotechnical, especially in medical OC, recently we can see they asked for the internal experts reports. So this is all, I feel that it is done because of all of you. It is not a single man show at all. It is a teamwork. Because my bosses, they helped me in giving me a free hand, and my colleagues, they helped me to cooperate with me to work whatever way I said I want. So I thank the bosses as well as I thank my colleagues also for this. So finally, I thank you all. I have taken sufficiently 15 minutes. So it is my duty to propose thanks to Sri Gurumurthy, who introduced me to this function, for his nice words and so kind of him. And Satya Prasad being my classmate, always we are there. After retirement or any time, we will be there only. We are classmates since our post-graduation. And Shanmukh Rao Garu, I have a special thanks to him because he is the man who he appreciated my photography and all these things is okay. As you all know, he is a great artist. I don't know how many of you know that he is an artist. If you see his house or anything, you can find so many paintings and so many things. And he helped me in my geotechnical log programming. When we were both together in Ramagundam, he helped me in preparing this program for them. Today, whatever the geologists are doing, GT log is one. Another one is keeping meetings. For these two programs today, it is because of the Shanmukh Rao Garu only. So I thank him specially on this occasion. So RMR we could not do. We have purchased it from the KGM for Nagpur. So, and we given opportunity to Sri Shanmukh Rao Garu. You would have done this RMR also. It is not difficult for him. So I thank Shanmukh Rao Garu for your help and everything, encouragement for my work. And then coming to Ramesh, we worked for a long time in Ramagundam. We worked together, and it is very nice to work with young people, especially Vinay and all these people, Rajendran and all these things. So I thank you all once again for all your cooperation. Finally, I thank our GM Exploration, Sri KG Sharma, for giving me this about 17 minutes time to share my feelings with you all. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
He has failed in his duty. Caution you.
He don't have a bell.
Yes.
For information, I have told him, you take how much of time you wanted, you take any number of time. There is no problem, you can speak up to evening. Only CM party will be delayed. We have that we have told, but you don't want to take.
Thank you, Dr. Sharing your views right from your childhood to the even your demanding always. So now I request Mr. Vinay Chandra.
Thanks for introduction.
Video today only introduced.
ऐसा क्या? अब तो कोई दूसरा सवाल बैठे हैं। नहीं, मैं तो कभी ऐसा नहीं बोला ना। अभी तो 3 दिन में लेके कंटिन्यू।
बैठ तो बैठरूम సార్ పేస్ట్ అన్ని అది చందు చందు పెట్టం చేయి అది డిలీట్ చేసి డెస్క్టాప్ నుంచి డిలీట్ చేసి
మనకి ఆపోజిట్ పార్టీలో ఉండేవాడు కదా.
Normally he will be seen only on the day of retirement. Actually he will be seen in his retirement.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, Thank you, sir. Subhash, for your IS. For all your help in IS. Thank you, Ramara. Thank you.
సార్ కొంచెం మీ ఫేస్ కొంచెం టర్న్ ఇవ్వండి సార్ సార్ సార్
You are greeting everyone, you are greeting. I have to reciprocate. Thank you once again.
Deepa.
ఓకే తీసార్ రైట్
Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you. Thank you. I failed in sorry. Thank you.
Bordering states name. Border connection.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
రికార్డింగ్ అయిపోయినాక ఇక్కడ నొక్కి
మామూలుగా చెప్పారు
మళ్ళీ ఎట్లా నువ్వు బ్యాక్
Thank you, DSP. Thank you. Very much.
బిఎస్సీ నుంచి తెలుసండి నాకు ఎంఎస్సీ కాదు బిఎస్సీలో కలిసి మేము జిల్లాధికారికి వెళ్ళాం
Thank you very much.
కర్ణాటక 76
Thanks for
76 నుంచి పరిచయం ఆల్మోస్ట్ 40 years.
Hari Prasad, he is architect. Hari Prasad. Yes. Excellently performed dance recently along with his colleagues. That gentleman also when I think they are in view. Yes. Use that video boy.
ఫోటోస్ అన్ని
Association will continue.
As long as Yanji is there, as long as Yanji is there, you are always there.
Yes.
That's all.
Thank you. Okay. Right. Thank you. నేను శర్మ గారు ఎప్పుడు ఉండే ఉంటాను.
Thank you.
Now officially success.
Yes. We don't have any official thing. No, we are.
Evening at CMI party, madam. You also have to come with family and any of our colleagues who are coming, family members also, they will be coming anyway. We కావాల్సిన వాళ్ళు పర్టికులర్ తీసుకురావడం తీసుకోవచ్చు. అది మన అసోసియేషన్ దట్ ఈస్ ఫ్యామిలీ తోటే వాళ్ళు ఇది చేస్తారు, సన్మానం చేస్తారు.